Alright, so I'm going to show you how to make the welt stitch, also called tuck stitch. It makes these weird little nubbly stripe things on the back. It looks pretty normal. Everything's a little bit misshapen, but it's a really easy technique. It's really difficult to explain in words, and my dog is making weird noises over there. I apologize. So first you start with a swatch. This one looks a little weird. It's got a hem from my other tutorial on integrated hems. And you need at least a couple of rows. You can decide how big to make your tuck stitch. You can make it 3 rows, 4 rows. You could probably make an enormous one if you wanted. I wouldn't go smaller than about 3 rows, otherwise you're not going to get much of a tuck or much of a welt. Alright, so for the sake of this, let's say 4 rows. So what I'm going to do is turn the swatch over, and I'm going to count. Well, you know what, let me start on the second stitch, just because it's easier to show you. It's kind of hard to find it on the first stitch. Alright. You can see the stitch that you're about to work. There's 1 purl bump right underneath it. 2, 3, 4. You just count straight down, and you pick up that 4th purl bump. So basically what you're getting is the back side of the stitch that's 4 rows below. Actually, it's probably more like 3, but it's 4 purl bumps below. You put that on your needle. And then you're just going to knit the 2 stitches together. And you're going to do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick that purl bump up, put it on the needle, knit it together. It is a slow stitch to work. Probably wouldn't want to do a whole sweater covered in welts, but it makes a pretty sweet accent. So now I could stop there. You can see I've got a little welt going. And you can see that even though I didn't do it on the very first stitch because it was hard to find the purl bump 4 rows down, it looks like I did. So you can totally cheat and just skip the first stitch if you can't find the bump. And I could do it all the way across and I would get a welt all the way across, or I can just knit the rest of the row and have sort of a crazy accent. You need to be aware that the welt will shape the piece because you're basically pinching a piece of the fabric. So now I've got a piece that's shaped like this. If I wanted to balance it out, I could do another welt right here on this half. You can also do short rows to balance it out. You can use the welt to achieve shaping that you actually want to achieve. Or you can do it all the way around so that it's even. Totally up to you. It's a fun technique to play with, and I really kind of like how they look.